So here we are. I've gone through, I've deleted a lot of geometry that wasn't necessary. I've got the triangles down to 58,000. So that's almost half what it was. Now before I do take it into the blueprint editor and take it into Train Sim, I've still got these windows here to put glass in. I won't do those. I'll do those off camera because they're exactly the same technique as we used there. But what I do want to do is obviously I'm going to need to work on these bogies. But just for now, I just want to create some sort of underframe units here. Now, I haven't, the only images I've got of pre-1960 307s are black and white, grainy sort of images. I can't see what is under the body there. The only reference I've got is for a later model, and even then, you know, I can only see from one angle what, you know, is there. I've not got drawings or anything like that, so I can't get an accurate model of it. But I'll try and model sort of what I see. Okay, now what it all is, I'm not sure, but at the front here I've got what looks like some sort of traction drive unit by the look of it. Then I don't know what we've got. What we're likely to have is compressors, batteries, things like reservoir tanks and that for the brake systems. But I don't exactly know what is under here. I'm going to model what I see, but take some sort of license there because I don't have access to drawings. So let me start. First off, let's come here. Right, okay, so we've got some sort of drive here, presumably for this bogie here, and I'm not sure how these operate, but like I say, I'll model what I see, and what I see is this. So let's start with a cube, and let's bring that up here. Now I'm going to scale that down. Let me get the overall sort of size of the unit. Probably let me take it to the underframe there. Yeah, so that's probably the size I'm working to. Let me scale it in the Y direction. Okay, to be something like that. Okay, and then it's gonna sort of traverse here somewhere. Yeah, probably going to traverse there, and I don't know. I suppose it must come before this longitudinal sort of member there. Let me take it out of that mode. Grab X. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be. Can't let go of it. Right. Let me do it again. Grab X. There we go. So yes, it's going to be something like that. Okay, now what we've got on the front here is another 4. Let me duplicate this. Okay, and let me scale. Let's go there so I can see scale Y. Now we've got to get sort of 2 and 2, so scale Y. I'm just going to judge it, and let's just duplicate that and let's see if I've got it round about right. So no, want to be a little bit smaller, so let me just scale Y just a little bit smaller, that'll do, and scale Z. Okay, so again it's just coming just a bit smaller than half there. Okay, I'm hoping I've judged that right. Okay, but here we go with this. Right, let me come here, scale, oh, I don't know why I pressed the E key. Right, scale X. Okay, yeah, and pull this forward. Now, I've got to, I want another one of these, so let me duplicate that. Okay, and let's scale that in a bit. Okay, somewhere like that. Okay, scale X again. Right, let me bring this forward here. Let's go there. Okay, is that the edge? Yeah, that's the edge there. And I'll just check whether this is coming out too far, because I may have to move all of it. Right. Perhaps I will make that a little bit smaller once I've modelled this. So let me see that now, and let's see. Yeah, that will do us. Oh, let me just make sure I've got room here. I haven't really got room there. So X and delete that, and let's select that and scale Z. Okay, make it a bit smaller. There we go. Okay, that should do, I hope. Right. Now, select, come face view, let's select this face. Okay, and we're going to go E. Okay, scale Z, and doesn't want to be that. Yeah, and scale Y. Okay, it's sometimes easier to do it like that than do a whole scale, because it's never uniform. And let's E and take that back. Okay, so yeah, somewhere like that. Right, okay then, and now I'm going to yeah, let's snap cursor selection. Let's add another cube, scale this down. Okay, let's come into this mode, scale Z, yep, and scale Y. Now, yep, something like that. Okay, and let's go side on. Right, scale X, and it wants to be scale X, wants to fill that space, yeah. Okay, something like that will do. I'll just isolate it now. Let's go edit mode, and let's get rid of these faces in order to keep the geometry down. So X and delete faces. There we go. So let's go back here. Let's go solid mode. Okay, and there we go. Right, okay, so let's bring that over here. Let's add an array, and we want it to be constant, not relative, so we need to make sure we reset rotation and scale. Okay, and let's set our distance here. Wants to be negative, so let me use the shift key to try and get where I want it. Probably about there. Let's see how many of those I need. Probably about 20 or so. Perhaps, yeah, that's probably about it. Okay, so there we go. And now again, side on, let me add cube, oh, I'm in edit mode. Let me come out of that. I will join it, but I'll wait until I've made it first. So edit cube, there we go, scale. Okay, bring this up here. It's got like a handle, you know. Scale Z, okay, and scale Y, make it a bit smaller. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and scale X. So there we go. Yep. Right, okay then, edit mode. Select that face and select this face. There we go. Yep. Front on E and scale Y. There we go. Bring out the arms. Okay, that's it. And let's just grab these and let's go E and something like that, and let's just pull it down. I'll push it in a little bit to give me leeway for the bottom one. Yeah, okay, so yep, that's it then. Now we want 4 of those. Now what I'm going to do, I think I'll join these all together. Okay, apply, and let's join. Okay, so it's all one now, and let's just put an array. Okay, remember rotation and scale, and constant offset. Okay, now this one wants to be in the Y direction, so yeah. Okay, now these, I can afford these to be a little bit closer, to be honest. Let me have a look. I want to get it as accurate as I can. Let me start to put things in here so that they're round about right, so they look sort of right. Yeah. I think I'm being a little bit luxurious here, because these are quite close together, I think, sort of like that. So let me scale all this down a bit. So in fact, no, let me move these over so they match before I scale anything down. No, let me go. I'll go for that. I'll accept that. I can always scale it later if need be. Let's add the next array there. Again, this is going to be constant, and this is going to be in the Z direction. Okay, so yep. Okay, there we go. That's something like it. I'm not saying this is an exact match for what these units are, but it looks something like that. Okay, well, that being the case, then let's duplicate this and let's bring this back here, probably somewhere like that, and it has this great big, I'll just put it in for now, I'll model it later, but it has a great big sort of cylinder here. Let me take this to about 16. Okay, and let's rotate X 90. There we go. And what I'm going to do is object snap cursor to selected, snap selection to cursor. Okay, that puts it in the right place, and free and scale this down. Right, okay, so it's quite, probably not that big, but it is quite big, and it's got two of these. Okay, so we've got the same the other side, so we need to put mirrors on this, and for now I've just scaled Y. Okay, it needs something to make it look a bit engineered. Okay, like that. It's not quite so let me look underneath, because it actually wants to be in the middle of this unit. Okay, probably best to line it up with a face now, to be honest. So let's mesh, snap cursor selected. Okay, and let's snap selection. Oh yes, I did put it in the right place, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's in the middle now, and let's bring that like that. Let's have a look at it. Perhaps a little bit smaller than that, but not much. It's quite a hefty. I'll make it a little bit smaller so that we can work on it and add things to it, but for now, scale Y. For now, I'll leave it like that. Okay, and we'll come back and model that, but let's add a bit of smooth shading on it. Okay, and we'll put the auto smooth on. There we go. Okay, so that just wants bits and pieces. There's a couple of boxes there which join together that have an electrical cable join the two, so we'll put that on later. But here now, we've got, let's duplicate. Okay, and let's side on scale. I don't know why scaled X, scale Y. Okay, and this will form. We want two of these. So again, I'm going to duplicate and just X delete, so I can actually make this a little wider. Scale Y, make it a little bit wider like that, and scale Z, bring it down a little bit. Yep, so that will do. Now what we want here is, let's add a couple of cylinders. Rotate X 90. No, I'm doing that the wrong way, because this doesn't want to go that way. This one, rotate Y 90. Okay, this wants to face us. Scale, and let's bring this. We've got a couple of sort of handles here, and let's scale them down. Okay, now I'm sort of doing this like, oh, got the wrong thing there. Need to go and that's it. I need this one. Let's bring that out, and I need the inner one of these. That's it. Let's bring that out. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this almost as if they're like a cabinet there, but it's actually more like, it looks more like a weld. Okay, a plate that's been welded on. You can try and model that later. Let's scale X, doesn't need to be that thick. There we go. Take that to there. Right, let's have a look at it. Perhaps still a bit big. Scale. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Right, now, so look, select that face, front on, E, okay, scale. Doesn't want to be much. This again is to represent something that goes into this. So to do that, I'll just create a small bit around the outside, so it's almost like it's a welded ridge or rim to that. And E, okay, just take that back a bit like that. There we go. Take the whole thing back. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so that will do. You can make that even smaller if you want. You can adjust that as we go along. Right, okay then. Let's go edit mode. Let's go into vertex mode. I want to select, let's select that one, and then these two down here. And let's create a face. Yeah, that looks okay. And let's just fill in these sides. You might be tempted just to get away with one face there. You know, this is the sort of thing where you put your hand in and you twist it. But when you've got a single face, depending on what way your normal is, it will be invisible on the other side. So you have to be careful. And I know it adds extra geometry, but you're better to put these sides in, and that way you won't have that trouble with it being invisible if you look at it in the wrong angle. Okay, so just put those in like that, and that's fine. Okay, and yeah, you can move that back a little bit because it doesn't matter about the yeah, it doesn't really matter about the extruded face there. Just get it to where you're happy with it. Yeah, okay, so duplicate that. Okay, and just roughly move it over. If you do want to get it exact, you again, you can snap your cursor there. Okay, you could then put your, and this would be a way of doing it, you set the origin to the 3D cursor. Okay, I'll just delete that one. Okay, so I've set the origin to 3D cursor, and then we could just mirror that, okay, in the Y direction, and you know that's going to be exactly in the right place. Okay, so that's a way to do it if you do want to make sure they're exactly lined up. Okay, often you don't need that sort of accuracy, but there it is. You can do it. Right, okay, so let's for a start apply that mirror. Okay, join this, and let's join. It doesn't matter that you've got this much spare space at the back there, but for aesthetic reasons I'd rather not. So grab X. Oops, I was bringing the front bit there as well. Just select, there we go, in that one, grab X and just bring that forward like that. So okay, there we go, and again you can do the same thing again. If you wanted that to be in exactly the same place, you can just object, snap cursor to selected, okay, and snap the object, set origin to 3D cursor, okay, and then add your mirror in the Y direction. So there we go. They're exactly balanced now according to the other unit. Now you do want to set this so that you've got it on the other side. So you will want to put mirrors on, and this you want to use the universal mirror, okay, so that that is on the right side. So add another mirror and make that a universal. Okay, so now you've got that unit now sitting on that side. Now I'm not going to do any of the brackets. I'll do that off camera. Okay, I'm not going to do that on camera. Same with these. Let's you could join it all up if you wanted now, sort of thing, but I'm not going to, just in case I want to alter it. I'll leave it as is. Now yeah, they're separate from that, aren't they? So let's mirror and uni, okay, and let's add the mirror to that, and this wants to be universal. Okay, so just check it. Yeah, everything's looking all right there. Okay, so that's that that there. I'm not sure that wants to be perhaps a little bit closer. Let's grab that and that and just bring it a little bit closer. I don't think yeah, I don't think that so let's just now balance that out a bit. There we go. Right, okay then. So that's those that part, which, like I say, is oh, that one's a mirror because this is some sort of drive system. I'm presuming it is. Okay, and now what we have here, we've got a unit here which I'm putting these balance both sides. They're not necessarily going to be like that on the actual thing, but I'll do them this way anyway. Okay, so let me borrow that one, duplicate it, and move it up here. Now let's have a look at this. Scale Y, just make it a bit smaller, just to make it a bit different from that one, and let's just, I'm going to put a couple cuts here, so let's put yeah, we'll put one there, okay, and we'll put another cut somewhere here. Yep, right, okay then. Now we want to lose these faces, okay, X and faces, and now just fill that in like that, and this one, okay, there we go. Let me have a look. I'm just thinking that might be, I'm going to I'm going to raise this one up a bit so they're not all the same level. These can be the same level, but let's raise this up only a little bit. Let's make sure we're selecting all the way through. Okay, there we go. Grab and where do we want to go? Z. So let's move that up a little bit. And now doing that, I think I also want to move this across. grab Y. That's it. Yeah. Right. Okay then. Now what I'm going to do with this is I want to put a bevel on here. Okay. So let's add a bevel. Now where are we? Let's make it by weight. Okay. Now where do we want the bevel to be? We want edit mode, so and edge mode. Okay, now we want a bevel there, so let's put the bevel weight there, and we want the bevel weight no, here. Yeah, I'm trying to think how this goes. I think it wants to be there. Yeah, you may want a bit of a bevel here, okay, but you perhaps don't want it to bevel quite so much, so don't put the full bevel on. Okay, just perhaps put a slight bevel there. Right, let's give it 2 at least there, and let's increase this, okay, because it wants to be quite wide. Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, okay. Now make sure rotation and scale. Okay, and let's made that bevel very big. I don't want it quite like that. Let me go. Let me lose. I've got me mouse in a position there. Right. Okay. Let's lose some of that. Okay. And let me. I seem to have the alt set. Have I got an alt? Right. So I'll try and lose it in a moment. But let me go to object mode. Let me shade smooth. Let me put auto smoothing on. Okay. Want to go. There we go. Something like that. Looks a bit steppy there, so I might need to add another one. Okay, let me have a look. Yeah, we'll go for that. The only thing I don't like is that's probably going to be quite big in triangles, but no, we'll live with it. Okay, so now again, what we want here is I'm going to add I've still got this alt there. I don't know why I've got that set. Let me see if I can get rid of it. Right, I may have got rid of it. Right, okay. So let me add then a cube. Okay, side on. Bring this over. Right, scale Y. So what we're creating is like 3 ridges, sort of here. Scale Z. Let's scale Z. Okay, and let's bring that out sort of there. We need to adjust the top bit there, perhaps a bit more. That wants to go up. Okay, and scale X. Okay, so just wants to come out something like that. Now I do that. I just realised I think this wants to go right the way to the back of the unit, so let me go into that, and let's just grab X and take it to there. It probably sort of comes right out, you know, like that. We'll leave it like that. And the yeah, let's do the top, I suppose. So let's just bring that down. Grab Z. Okay, just to be like that. Right. Okay. Again, you might want to put a bevel on here. Okay, let's scale, do the rotation and scale. Okay, let's now shade smooth, so that we can see, yeah, that will probably do. We probably don't need, we might be a bit wasteful really in beveling this edge, so it perhaps is best to just bevel by weight. Okay, on the edges. We only want these two edges, so let's bung those. There we go. And then put the bevel by weight on. That's it. So we're flat there at the back. We're not going to see that, and that's fine. Okay, then bring that forward. Add an array. We've got the scaling okay, haven't we? Wants to be constant array. Doesn't have to be constant array. I like the constant arrays when you're working with set distances, like between each door. Is just that we know it's a set distance. Yeah, I think something like that looks okay. That's near enough. These are near enough to what they look like. Okay, this is not exact. It's not meant to be. I'm not going to model it exactly for a start because it'll take probably too much geometry. Don't want it to take that amount. Now, some of these aren't converted, the arrays and that. We started at 58,000, we're on 61 now. So if we can keep it reasonably low like this for these units, then so much the better. Now, like I say, if it doesn't work out, if you find something that's different, go ahead and model it. But until I can find exactly what this looked like on the originals, then I'm going to use this sort of design. I'll work on it. This won't be the finished thing. Like I say, this needs bits added to it to make it look machined. Okay, it needs collars and bolts and things like that. They'll need to be added. Okay, but I'm not going to do those. I'm not even going to do them in a tutorial. I'll show you what I've gone for at the end. I'll just show you the main things like these. These look like some sort of a heat exchange or something, you know, like a heat sink. These bits here, and this is probably going to be some sort of traction motor in there driving something inside this. This is going to be some sort of axle. And I'm not sure what this would be, but here again I'm not sure. It may be, oops, scale 1, this may be batteries. Okay, and this one, we've got one, I can't remember, one goes in front of the other, so I'm going to duplicate that. Okay, oh, I've moved that completely wrong. Let me undo that. Let's move it on axis, and let me look at it, because again I'm going to get rid of that. Let me delete that, because I think we want to make this a bit smaller. So let me see what we're in. Yeah, and grab Z. Oh no, I'm not going all the way through. So grab Z. There we go. Grab Z. Okay, that's fine then. And let's lose this. That's it. Okay then. Now, can I? No, I'll make these new. I just need some handles on here, so yeah, duplicate, must make the handles from the box here, scale Z, okay, that's scale X, okay, I need to get in and make that a bit finer, scale X, okay, yep, scale Z, scale Z, okay, right, front on, scale Y, okay, and same as we've done before, edit mode, face, select, oops, am I on face? Am I on the right, have I got the right thing selected there? So we're back again, and I'm able to select it. It was something up here with a viewport visibility. I must have pressed a shortcut key. Right, okay, let's get on with what I was trying to do. And it actually, trying to find out, I've mixed up all these layers here, so I had to go back and select them all. There we go. Right, okay, let's select the ends. Right, the ends, that's it, not that one. Okay, and let's go E, and yeah, scale Y. Okay, let's go the other way. Yeah. Right, we don't want these to be too thick, so let me scale Y. That's it. Right, okay, so let's select these two here. Yeah, and let's go E and X, and press X again. The other X, there we go, about there. Right, okay then. Right, and there we go, and we'll have one there. Again, we could mirror it exactly if you want, doing what we did last time, but I'm just going to place them there. Let's select them. Okay, and in they go. Okay, let's put the mirrors on those. Yeah, they both got mirrors on. And only one's coming through there. So again, this is one of the things with. Oh no, that one didn't have the mirror on. Okay. I was going to say this is the thing in tutorials sometimes. Right, there we go. Okay, now the I might as well join those. Let's join. Right, okay, there's a lot more you can add to these things that will make them look much more engineered. Okay, bolts and things like that, these all need brackets as well. You must put simple brackets holding them onto the underframe. Okay, you will need that sort of thing. Right, let's duplicate this and put this over here somewhere, and I've a feeling that this is set back, so let's see, grab X, let's move that forward, and let's just move the whole thing back a bit. Okay, I've got a feeling it's down as well, but I'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, again, there's some sort of cable comes out of that. I don't know where it goes. I'll have to try and get a better image to find out where that's going. It may be going to the bogey. I'm not sure. Okay, so yes, I think we'll accept that now. All that's left is just to put this material on. Just use the same material, this darkish dirty brown, and just temporarily put that on all of these units. I'm not going to do it. It takes time, and it's gone on long enough. Okay, but there we go. That is it. There's the vehicle, and it's if by magic. Look, I've obviously turned on more layers than I actually want. So I need to go and find where that is and turn it off. Okay, but as if by magic now these will all have the material added. So I've got a render here in the background in the viewport, and I've got ambient occlusion on it, so it's making the materials look a bit more and making the model look that little bit better, because you can start to see the shadows in the background, and it gives it a realistic view. I'm quite pleased with a lot of these little touches here that seem to work, especially when they've even with these simple materials, with a bit of ambient occlusion and a bit of pre-rendering. These will look okay, hopefully, when we get them finally in Train Sim. They won't look like this when they go in Train Sim. You need to pre-render the shadows. You just won't get it otherwise. But yeah, I like that. This looks convincing enough. A few more bolts and pipes here and there, and that will look okay. Won't take up much. We're still down. I need to go through this to take a few faces off that we can't see, so I can probably get this down, and I'm on the way to keeping this hopefully below that 100,000 count. So there it is. Now I'm going to go into the blueprint editor, and from there we'll take this into Train Sim, have a look. It won't look like this because we'll have no ambient occlusion on it, but hopefully it will look a sort of finished vehicle. There's lots more to add, but it's getting there. So I'll see you then.